Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to the channel of chilled, relaxed plant content where we talk about our plants and we just try to grow it the best we can, how we want to. If that's something you can relate to, hit the subscribe button and let's be plant friends. So, today I am going to share with you my Begonia collection. I think you can actually see them. I have 20 begonias in my collection. I've had them, most of them, for... I feel like I've had most of my plants for about 5 years. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less, but around there. I do have two newer begonias. I don't know if you can see them. Right over here. I'll show you those last. So I'm going to start in this corner and kind of just work your way around. I think I know the names of all of them except for like one or two, which those are the ones maybe you guys can help me with. Yeah, I did just like clean them up, so they should look very nice. It's kind of like one of my fun planty tasks is to go around getting crunchy leaves off and cleaning up the plants. So that's what we're going to do. And yeah, that's it. Let's go. Okay. The first one I'm going to show you. This is my begonia. It's just angel wings. That's just what it's called. I got most of these from Steve's Leaves. They're a big begonia like producer or grower. And if you are interested, you could probably find all of the plants that I have on Steve's Leaves. All of my begonias. So this one, it's just called Angel Wings. And as you can see, it's like a nice medium to deep medium green leaf with white specklings. It's like shimmery. I don't know if you could see like the shimmer. It's like a shiny speckle. I think you can see that. I have all of my begonias staked up onto a 3-foot pole. Some of them are at the top of the pole. Some of them are not. This one's about halfway. So she's about 1.5 feet tall. I do notice with this one kind of like sprawls out a little bit. You can kind of see up top here where they kind of want to, let me see, I can show you over here. They want to kind of go horizontal, but I keep forcing them up because, you know, that's just how they're going to have to grow in my home. So eventually I will just take a little Velcro and like push her up and push probably all these 3 up and kind of just do that. The cool thing about a lot of these, all my begonias are cane begonias. And the cool thing about them is they will start growing. So all of these down here, are new growth from the base. I don't know, maybe you can see better down there. They all come in and they all just like, this is just how they grow. They just start from whatever node they feel like starting from, and they just sprout new growth. I did try putting kiki paste on a couple of my begonias, not this one, to try to, because some of them have like a good amount of bare stem. And I would like for those nodes to reactivate. So we tried. We'll see. Well, when I get to them, I'll find it because they'll be sticky. And we can see if there's any new growth. But yeah, this is my angel wings. The back of the leaves is just like a shimmery green. A nice light green. I believe I've gotten all of them to bloom. I don't remember the color of the blooms. I don't think I've taken pictures of the blooms. I think I only have one plant right now in bloom, and it's one of my newer ones. I have to get better at taking like pictures of begonia blooms. I don't know, for whatever reason, I just don't take those pictures. But yeah, so this is what she looks like. Nice and pretty. Let's move on. Alright, so this is one of the funky ones. We got a lot of bare stem. We have kiki paste on it. I do see some new growth right here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. The little red. So that part right there is working. That's cool. Kiki paste also down here, it looks like. So it seems like the kiki paste is working. Also, it could just be, oh, we got new growth right here too. It could just be like begonias, just how they grow. They like will reactivate nodes if they feel like they can / want to. So we'll take that. I don't know the name of this begonia. This has a dark green leaf with the speckles. And then the backs of the leaves are red and they stay red. Ooh, there we go. And the stem is a brighter green. If you know the name of this one might be a duplicate I have, maybe. I feel like one of them is like very similar to another, but I could be wrong. It might be, I have no idea. I have no real idea, but this one I don't have a name for, and I think there's one other one that I don't have a name for. So let me know in the comments below. This is like a good leaf, I think, to look at, to kind of figure out what it is. It has the ruffled edges and like a very, like I said, nice red back. It might be the Benigno Fire or something like that. I don't know, but I don't have a tag for this one. And I'm excited to see all this bare stem kind of like fill out again because, you know, it's a funky looking plant. You can tell where we went through periods of underwatering and watering and underwatering. It happens sometimes. It happens. The next plant I have, this is my Begonia datsi. And it's another, this is like more of a darker maroon colored leaf with the spots. And then it also has like this is like a brighter red backing. Let me see if I can show you. And the stems also stay red, or, you know, are red, the newer stems. And then they eventually like turn to a darker color. But the newer growth, they stay pretty red. This one does not have any kiki paste, but that's because it's kind of just growing on its own, putting out new stems along the bottom. This is a newer stem right down here. And yeah, so this is what this one looks like. Very pretty. We have some newer stuff. The leaves come in very red, very nice, lush red. They've been staying pretty red. I don't know if you can see. They look more red in person than on camera, I feel like. But maybe if I you can kind of see it a little bit. But yeah, this is what she looks like. My Begonia datsi. Nice and tall. Alright, the next one I'm going to show you is my Begonia Lady Vanderbilt. And this one has a very cool leaf shape. As you can see right here, it's very like frayed on the edges or interlobed, or I'm not sure what it's actually called, but it's very cool. The splashings are more elongated, as you can see, like along, like I guess the lobes of the leaf. The stems are, well, I can show you right here. Okay. The stems are green. The newer stems are more green. And the backs are, again, a dark red. This is a good, like, grower. I had a little bit of kiki paste right here. And we have a new little leaf growing in, which is very exciting. So I think the kiki paste works for the begonias anyway. I've tried it on my Dracaena plant and it hasn't done anything. So I think it just depends on the plant whether or not the kiki paste is going to work. We do have a little crunchy leaf. That's okay. And this one did flower, but they are all dried up now. So I can't tell you what the flowers look like, but I'm sure they were pretty. Yeah, so this is what she looks like. This is more of like a late autumn looking begonia. I hope you can kind of see. It's more orange. It's like an orangey red. Or at least that's what it looks like to me. Very pretty. Beautiful. And she has about another 1.5 feet to grow before she gets to my ceiling, basically. So, Begonia Lady Vanderbilt. Alright, the next plant is at the top of my pole, so it's at my ceiling. She's also looking a little thirsty. This is my Begonia Bobby Price. As you can see, we have a little bit of bare stuff happening here. We did have this little new growth coming out. We have some, no, I did not for this one anyway. This one I left alone. But this one needs to be, we have some dry leaves. So this one's root system is probably like really growing. All of my plants, all of my begonias are in these like little, they're the edible arrangement flower pots, and there's no drainage. So pretty much, most of them are, all of them are in no drainage. But this one looks like she's drying out a little bit too much. The pot feels kind of light. So I think I'm going to have to just make sure I water her a little bit more. Have a dead leaf there. But yeah, see the leaves are kind of curling, which is a little concerning. But this is what the newer leaves look like up here. They come in nice bright pink. And they also have like that wavy lobed shape to the leaves. And then the backs are kind of like a pinkish red. This color if I had to pick. And the stems come in pink and then they fade to a greener color. So yeah. But this one we have to give more water. I have water actually. Right here. So look, we can water together really quick. I'm just gonna do that. You can see like bubbling, which means there's like air pockets down there. So the water's just making its way down. And yeah, I did put a little bit of like slow release fertilizer recently. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I do have to like water these guys. I'm finding that I have to water my begonias maybe every like 7 to 5 days, which means like the roots are growing, which is great and everything, but I'm not trying to repot them. So I might have to do like a chop and prop, or just chop and give away, or chop and throw out, whichever. But yeah, or start over. So yeah, this is the Begonia Bobby Price. Very pretty. And it grows tall. So this one. Alright, the next one is another one that I don't have a tag for, but I think I know this one. This is like the, it's one of the Costa Farm ones. It's not Looking Glass, right? It's Watch Glass or Looking Glass, one of those. But this is what it is. Let me know in the comments below what the name of this one is. I can't remember off the top of my head, and it's bugging me. But it has a fully silver leaf, except for the veining. And then you can see like a little red dot there that goes into the back of the plant, which, as it ages, the older leaves backs become like a lighter pink. And the newer ones, they come in, they're darker. It's like a darker red, and then it fades to a pink. But the new leaves also, they come in silver on the top. So really the only color changing for this one is like the back of the leaves, where it kind of fades a little bit. The newer stem comes in pretty green, stays pretty green. I do have Kiki paste down here. I don't know if you can see. You can see all the shiny. That's like where the Kiki paste is. And it looks like some of these nodes are starting to activate. There's something happening at least, so that'll be exciting. This one grows very tall, very fast, as you can see. And if you're not quick enough with your staking, it will like kind of bend, and then the stems kind of get thick and harden. So you just kind of, it looks a little wonky. It's kind of like my bonsai plant right now. My bonsai begonias. I do have to take this leaf, this stem, and kind of get him up here a little bit, because he's kind of grown into other plants, and it gets crazy up there. But yeah. So let me know in the comments below what the name of this plant is. I keep forgetting. I need to make a tag and put it in. But yeah, let me know. This is what it looks like. we have like 6 inches up top before it hits my ceiling. And I have to do something with it. So, yeah. Alright, the next plant I have is Begonia Angel Wing Sophia. This one I got when I was in New Hampshire. I remember buying this one in New Hampshire. It was called House on the Side of the Road. You can't even see the leaves. That's how we have a lot of bare stuff. We do have kiki paste on this one. And we do have quite a bit of like newer growth happening at the base. This is a whole new stem that's popped out towards of the base of the plant, which is cool, which is nice. It's going to start filling in. But I'll show you up here. This is what the leaves look like. Again, it has like those lobed leaves. It's very dark. This is a very dark green plant. And the shimmering is like almost pinkish, kind of. And then the backs, these are dark maroon. Very nice. As the leaves age, the backs do like lighten up a little bit. This is a leaf that's going to be, it's on its way out. But as you can see here, the light, I think you can see the leaves get a little lighter, but the newest leaves, they're so dark, borderline black, the backs of the leaves. But yeah. And then this one also has, I don't know, 6 inches, maybe 8 inches before it's hitting my ceiling. It's going to hopefully start bushing out and becoming big and beautiful. And the whole thing is just going to be full of leaves. And I can't wait. It's going to be gorgeous. So this is my Begonia Angel Wing Sophia. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have had this. Or if you've seen it anywhere. So yeah, beautiful. A beautiful begonia. Again, another one I have to kind of cinch up to the pole to kind of contain it a little bit. Alright, the next plant I have is my Begonia Catherine 2, T-O-O, 2. And this is what she looks like. I'll show you from here. A lot of silvers with the darker like venations where the dark green is where the veins are kind of. The backs of the leaves, you can see the venation. The veins kind of stay green and the backs stay like a reddish maroon. Not as dark as the last one. But here we go. I have some newer growth at the bottom. That's going to start filling up this area. I did put kiki paste right here, and it has grown and started a new plant. We have new growth right here and here. Try to get that in there. So kiki paste is working for this guy. Very exciting. Again, I feel like they're all really light. I did just water them recently, but they need to be watered more because I don't want to repot these. But yeah, so this is what she looks like. A lot of silver. And then this one's an older leaf. You can kind of see the backing of it where the veins stay green. And then the outside of it is like pinkish. A pinkish red hue. I can show you maybe on this side. A little bit better. Maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, let me know. Do you have this one? Have you seen this one? This one I got from Steve's Leaves. So if you are interested, that's where I would go to check it out. The next plant I'm going to show you is the only one I have like this texture. This is my Begonia Lubergii, and the leaves are like First off, they're matte. And they're almost like, not velvety, but like felty, kind of. You can kind of see, right? You see, it's just like, it doesn't shine as much. The leaves are very, like, pokey. They don't get really big. This is like kind of like a smaller leaf Hoya, begonia. Have I been saying Hoya this whole time? I hope not. But if I have, I meant begonia. Yeah, but the leaves, they don't really get too big, but they look like little bat leaves. They're very cute. We have some new growth coming in here to help fill out some of this bare stem. I did put Kiki paste on this one as well. And we have some new growth right there. Cute little new growth. Very exciting. But yeah, this one's just like, it's a cool plant. The leaves, the backs, okay, so the new growth comes in very red, dark, even the backs. But as it gets older, they kind of green out a little bit more, and then the backs, I could probably show you better on this side. The backs get a, like, where it's just the red venation. The rest of the leaf kind of greens out, where it's just the veins stay red. So that's very cool. When I first got this plant, from what I had like seen online, it wasn't supposed to have like these splashes of silver. I thought it was going to be more of like just a green leaf, kind of like this one, where this leaf doesn't have any splashes, but then others do. I'm not a begonia expert, so I don't really know what that's about, if it's just like the amount of light I'm giving it or not. But yeah, I originally didn't think there was going to be any like silver splashing on this plant, but there is. And it looks like we have about 2 feet of this one before it hits my ceiling. So this one might be like a smaller type of begonia. I don't really know. Let me know in the comments below if you know anything. But yeah, the Lubergii, Begonia Lubergii. Oh. Alright, the next plant is my Begonia Serenity. This is like a hairy begonia. I don't know if you can see it, but all the little white dots are like little fuzzes, little hairs kind of. I feel like maybe you could see it. The lighting is kind of crap. Oh, you kind of, yeah, all those little hairs. So this is like a fuzzy begonia. And I actually have like a little jar of it propagating because I cut it back because I thought it was dying. I took like an insurance cutting, but then again, it started filling out at the bottom. We had a lot of bare stems. We have like this caught leaf. Let's see, there we go. Kind of fixed that a little bit. But yeah, so the backs of these leaves stay pink, and the newer leaves come in reddish with a red hue on the front and the back. But then as they mature, the leaves, just the veinings stay red, and the rest of the leaf kind of goes green. So yeah, you can kind of see it a little bit better on that one maybe. But yeah, this is what it does. Very cute. Begonia Serenity. It's a different type of begonia. I feel like I had a lot of like, not the same, but very similar with like the green and the splashing of the silver, where this one's fuzzy. Fuzzy, can you hear it? I don't know if you could hear that, but yeah. So, Begonia Serenity. Also very tall. We have another like 8 inches before we hit the ceiling. Alright, the next begonia I'm going to show you is my Begonia tamaya. I also got this one in New Hampshire while I was in grad school. And it is a very green begonia. This one also likes to kind of spread out. You can kind of see it like here. It doesn't really enjoy growing straight up, but it's what we have to do. So this is a whole new branch that sprouted right down here. And there, it's just like a nice medium green, a lighter medium green with the splotching. The backs come out a little pink, but they fade to green. And then like a more mature leaf is just going to be all green on the back. And on the front, it's just going to be a lighter medium green with the splotching. This is a very elongated leaf. Not too many like lobes or wiggles. There's a little bit, but it's just a very straightforward, narrow-leafed begonia. Grows really well. All of my begonias that I have been growing really well because the ones that don't, kind of, they die or they get thrown out. So, yeah, but Begonia tamaya, really pretty. Alright, so this is another one that I don't have a name tag for somehow. Not sure how that happened. But it's a smaller leafed begonia. She has grown all the way pretty much to the tippy top of her pole. So she's like borderline touching the ceiling. I can show you. This is what the leaves look like. They stay relatively smaller. They stay green. There is some splotching. It's like a lighter green splotching is what it looks like anyway. The backs, you can kind of see a little bit of the venation. Like the backs stay a little red. Newer leaves come in with a pinkish hue to them, and the backs also, but that fades to green. This is another one that kind of grows outwards, and then the leaves kind of hang, as opposed to like some of my other ones where like the leaves are like more upright, and they're like hitting the light from the top, where this one kind of, it goes out and the leaves kind of droop down, as you can see on this this vine right here. So eventually I'm going to take this vine, pop her up, get her up part of the bush. But for now, this is what she is. If you know what the name of this begonia is, let me know in the comments below. Is it Special Angel or something like that? I can't remember. I don't have a tag anymore. So let me know in the comments below. I don't see any blooms, or I'd show you those. But yeah. Ding! Alright, the next begonia I'm going to show you is my Begonia Ice Castle. I got this one from Steve's Leaves. And the leaves are very wide and like wavy along the edges. I can show you some newer leaves. The tops are very splashy with like the green venation. The backs look like that when they start to fade. This leaf is starting to go all green. I'm not sure if like that leaf's on its way out. We have some newer, they kind of look like little like noodles, like tortellini, all twisted noodles. It's kind of what the leaves remind me of, as you can see down here. But they get wide and then they taper off to a point. They're very pretty. The backs are very red. The stem stays green. I don't think I have any kiki paste on this one. It's another one that kind of gets heavy and like droops down. So I'm going to have to like get her up here with the rest of the plant to kind of help hold her up and support her. So we have another like 1.5 feet before we reach the ceiling on this guy. Hopefully some of these nodes will activate. I could throw some kiki paste on it, see what happens. Yeah. Some of like my favorite things to do is like pull off the little extra sheaths. That's for like most of my plants. I don't know why, but it's just like it's satisfying to do. You just go around, you just pick them off. I like to wait for them to dry up so they just pop off nice and easy. And we have some new growth down here that started. It's a very It seems like a very red plant with this red pot, but it's very pretty. So let me know in the comments below if you have this one. Yeah, and the splotching is like so variable. See, like you can kind of see the splotching on this one, but then you look at these leaves and there's definitely more silver. So it's pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm not sure why some leaves come in like that and some leaves don't, but it's beautiful. Alright, the next plant I have is Begonia Miss Mummy. I also got this one from House by the Side of the Road in New Hampshire. And these are a smaller leafed begonia. And it's very splashy. It's very pink hued, especially when they first come out. It will fade to like just like a white splash, but it's cute. I like how I really like how like this leaf looks right here. I just like how it looks like that. I think that's really cute. But I can show you some newer leaves up here. This is what they look like when they first come out. And then they get pretty splotchy, pretty silver. I think this one's pretty too. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? The backs of the leaves come in a maroony pink. And for the most part, they stay pretty maroony pink. You can like eventually like the veins will kind of go green, so you can kind of see the veins. I think you can on the video. I can see a green vein, but I don't know if you can. You can see it on that one, yeah. So yeah, this one's pretty. Again, another one that has like a lot of variety in how much splotching each leaf gets, and I'm assuming it's based on like the light somehow. I don't know. Not entirely sure, but you can just see like how much the leaf changes. And I think that's really cool to have like a plant or a couple plants that have like such a variation, because it keeps the plant looking cool, looking new. It keeps like the wall of leaves on, or the wall of leaves looking different. So I don't know. Miss Mummy. Alright, this one is my Begonia Down Home. Also from Steve's Leaves. And this is what the leaves look like. Very elongated splotches. It stays very like pinkish hued. The green is a very dark, deep green. And the backs are also very dark maroon. It's like almost like a black leaf begonia. Very pretty. Very striking with the splotching, the silver splotching, the pink silver splotching almost. Yeah, beautiful. Really pretty plant. I don't have too much to say. I'm starting to get tired. It's been a while. I've been filming for a little bit. We do have some bare leaf here, bare stem here. I didn't put any kiki paste on it. But we'll see. Maybe it'll just start on its own. We have a new little vine coming out here. Then we have this. Again, it's like one that kind of grows to the side, so I have to like prop it up to kind of have it go up. We also have like 1.5 feet before this one reaches the ceiling. So we're doing good on this guy. Real pretty. Very pretty. So dark. I don't know why my camera looks so dark. Hopefully it's not dark when you are watching it. Alright, the next one I'm going to show you is a Begonia Ice Capades. We have some dried up leaves. Pull off. And this one is a very bright green begonia. So we got a bunch of leaves to pull off on this one. Alright. Sorry. Alright, here we go. I think I got them all. But the leaves come in like a bright green with a nice silver, and then the backs are also very green. You can see a little bit of pink around the venation, around the veins, but for the most part, it's a very green on green plant. The stems come in green. It's just a very nice, it's a green plant. You put this next to like a dark burgundy plant and like a reddish plant, and it pops. It looks really good. Yeah, this is what it looks like. That's pretty. That's such a pretty leaf. All right, let's keep going. Keep going. All right. The next one I'm going to show you is a repurchase that I recently got from Steve's Leaves. It's my Begonia maculata. And we all know this plant. It's nice, wide, broad leaves with a very circular splotching. The backs are a dark maroon. It's a dark green plant. And it has white flowers with a yellow center. Very pretty. Very pretty plant. It's new to me. I've only had it for a little bit. So we're just waiting her out, seeing how she does. Hopefully we're not rotting anything. So far all the leaves look good. We have some new growth right over here, which is good. And I'm going to pinch off these flowers because I want the plant to grow more leaves. So goodbye. Goodbye flowers. Very pretty. Very pretty. I mean, I might put them in like a little itty bitty vase. They're very pretty, but we need leaves, not flowers, okay? We need to grow our roots in, grow some leaves. All right, but right here, we have a new leaf growing in right there. It all comes in all curled up, and then it slowly comes out and unfolds. This leaf's all crazy looking. I don't know what's wrong with that one, but it's fine. Yeah, nothing really to say. I've only had it for a little bit, and we all know this plant. We all love this plant. It's a beautiful plant. Alright, the next plant I have is a plant I don't have an ID tag for. That sounds crazy to me. Anyway. So this is a little Rehabbed that we got going on. It feels heavy, so I know there's like more water in here. All right, I don't know. I don't see any like pouring out, but I know not to water this plant. This is a little Rehabbed I have. I had to cut this one back all the way because it was dying, and I rerouted a bunch of stems, and I've popped them all in. And so far so good. Everybody is growing. It's a smaller leafed begonia as of right now. I don't know if the leaves really get much bigger on this one. And it has little itty bitty spotches of silver. It's very green on the backs. It's also pretty green. A little bit of a red around the veins, but it's pretty much green. And we're kind of just like babying this plant to try to get her to grow and look good. So that's all I got. I can't believe, I feel like I lost a tag for this one. If you know the name of this plant, I know it's like hard to ask like, oh, what's the name of this plant? Because like I don't have blooms to show you. I just recently started it, but if you know, let me know. The next plant is also a Rehabbed plant I got going on. It's my Begonia tubby tuba. And this is a larger leafed begonia. I've had to cut this back and take a cutting of. And I recently stuck it in right here. This is like the cutting. So far, like this leaf is not looking so hot, but this leaf is okay. So far, so good, I hope. The leaves come in like a medium green. There's a little bit of pink hue to them. This is like a newer leaf. The backs have a little pink hue to them that eventually like starts to fade and turn to like mostly green. And yeah, it's a pretty plant. Hopefully it grows and does well. We're hopeful. Hopeful. The lighting in here is like not good. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here. Alright, and the last begonia I'm going to show you. Maybe it's the dark shirt. No, I'm like, why are you... What's going on with the light? I don't know. Anyway, this is begonia. It's called Blackout. And it has like a dark, like this is a newer leaf. Look how dark. It's a nice dark green. As far as I know, there's not supposed to be any light white spotches on this one. And then the backs are dark maroon, reddish. And it's growing. It feels good. It's putting out new leaves. There's a new leaf down in here. I don't know if you can see that. But there is one. And the plant feels good. I just recently got this one with the maculata from Steve's Leaves. And yeah. I don't know. It almost looks like there's like dark spotches on this one, this leaf. Can you see that? I don't know. I don't know if you can see that. But it looks, you kind of see it. See the dark spots? I don't know. I guess maybe that's what it is. Maybe it has like dark spots instead of the white spots. That'd be kind of cool, right? I don't know. But yeah, here we go. Begonia Blackout. Let me know in the comments below if you have this plant or any of the plants that I mentioned today. That's it. This is number 20. This is the last one. I'll give you a quick view of how I have them displayed. And yeah, I guess that'll be it. So let's get to looking at them. Yeah, and I just have them on the top shelves of my plants. This is kind of give you a little. They get pretty high up there. Some of these, like this one, this guy's like above touching. He's touching the light. We have to move him. All right. But yeah, these are my begonias. This is how I have them displayed. Let me know in the comments below if you have any of these. How do they grow for you? And if you know any of the names that I do not know, let me know in the comments below. And until next time, relax, plant. Peace out.